Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. I am Praveshika Kumar and I'm so thrilled to be back with another video. But before we get into the video, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and please don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you will be notified the next time I post another video. So now without much further ado, let's dive right into the video. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys know by now what this video is going to be about, and I'm so glad that I'm actually doing this video. So this video I'm going to be sharing with you the books that I am going to be reading in 2021. Well, I did get a couple of new books and some of them have been in my library for a long time and I've been kind of postponing the fact that I'm going to have to read this, but I'm finally decided that I'm going to be reading it this year because I did want to put up a list of books that I'm going to be reading this year and actually see if I can finish reading them up. Okay, so to quickly tell you about my book journey, I used to be a voracious reader as a child. I remember from the time I could actually read a book, I was I think in 3rd, 4th standard, I would pick up like Tinkle comics and read little stuff to actually reading an Enid Blyton novel. My first ever book that I read was a Famous 5 book. I don't know how many of you are here. If you're a Famous 5 fan by Enid Blyton, please comment down below. And from Famous 5 I moved on to reading Nancy Drew, and I just got sewn into the whole world of, you know, books as such. And I've been a huge Archie comic fan, if you guys have known. If you don't, well, I'm a huge Archie comic fan. I used to go and pick it up as much and as often as I could. I kind of miss reading those now, but I do have some Archie books out here. I'll maybe show you guys in another video. So I did lose the habit a little bit when adulting hit me. I think when like college happened, the number of books that I did read drastically came down, but I'm super grateful to the lockdown because I did pick up the habit all over again. And I remember there used to be a point in time when I was small that I couldn't go to sleep if I couldn't read a couple of pages, and I think I'm kind of coming back to that habit now. I really want to get back there. So when I did design the room, when I did realign my room, which I will do a tour very soon, I made sure that I set up this corner entirely of my bed convenient enough so that I could read before I could go to sleep. And that's why I had these lights. These are not sufficient enough, so I do have another smart light that's connected to my Echo device, which enables me to read through the night and also makes me lazy because I don't have to switch off the light. So yeah, having said that, okay, 1 minute guys. Hot water because still recovering from the virus. Anyway, so without much further ado, I'm actually going to be showing you a couple of the books that I'm planning to read this year. Now these are just some of the books, so I do hope that I kind of finish all of this and have to go get some other books, or you know, still read the ones that I have in my library. So some of the lot here is new that I did purchase through the course of last year. I will leave the link down to all of the books below, either from Amazon or from where I got them. But I do have a special mention. If you are looking to pick up some books, I have a friend. She runs a collective called the Book Nest, where she kind of looks towards picking up good quality used books and reselling them, as well as getting new books and reselling them. She runs this as a community on Instagram. I will link her up here and I will link her down in the description box below. So if you guys do want to check out, you can go check it out from her and pick up the books from her as well. So I will go through the list. Like I said, some of these books are borrowed from a friend because we usually read like that. Some of them are old. I did get them through the course of collection purposes and wanting to read them, and I finally decided that I'm going to be reading them now. And some of them are obviously some things that I had or been passed on to from my granddad because he loves reading. So without much further ado, let's move into the first book of the lot. The first book is actually my current read. I've been reading this since I think December, but I'm still not done because I did break a little bit in between. But I do have my bookmark out here. I made this, by the way, self-plug-in, cute doodle bookmark. So this is Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by Lori Gottlieb. I'm really liking this book. So this book is about A therapist, her therapist, and our lives revealed. That's exactly the summary of this book. It's pretty interesting because I get to read stories about a therapist and how she deals with her clients' stories from her clients, and how she has to take those stories, process them. Some may be triggerful to her, some work as self-triggers, some work as a reflection of her past, and how she goes to a therapist to talk about that. It's very interesting because personally, I'm someone who likes to read a lot about psychology. I really like that subject a lot. I like human sciences. I like to understand people's head. So for me, this book is a little interesting. It's a little insightful, and it's a little breezy also. I won't call it an extreme light read, but it is an interesting read, and it's in a story format as well. So it's partially fiction and non-fiction, and I kind of really like this. This is a borrowed book. I borrowed it from a friend. So I'm planning to read this and give it back. So I'm currently reading this. So this is my first book suggestion. Okay, next up. The next up is, this was actually a birthday present from my granddad. This book is called Management Lessons from the Masters. Succeed to Inspire Like the Tatas by Rajiv Agarwal. So this book essentially is a small read, as you can see. Oh, also I do have a couple of bookmarks. This is a freebie, and these were designed by my friend. I will, Human Sushi is her name. Put her Insta down below, but yeah. Okay, anyway, coming back to the book. Okay, so this book is called The Management Lessons from the Masters, Succeed to Inspire Like the Tatas by Rajiv Agarwal. It's a pretty small book, but this is a management book where the author tries to break down and talk about the journey of Tata and business, and how their growth has been through the years, and lessons you can learn from them if you're looking towards being a management leader. So this is a pretty interesting book. I'm looking forward to read, considering I am doing management as a study, and it's always interesting to read and learn and understand from other management work styles and modes, because I am organically interested towards business and management. So this book is something I'm looking forward to read, and I'm super grateful because I got it as a birthday gift this year. So this is also on my to-do list. To be read list. To-do list. To be read list, guys. Okay. The next book is actually a self-present. It is the book Dharma by Amish and Bhavna Roy. I've been meaning to read this since the time it released. I think I actually got it as soon as it came out, but I haven't been having the time to actually sit down and read it for some reason. I think 2022 is gonna be the year for Dharma. So that's my next book. The next one again is also a little bit on the whole creativity and like a sort of a self-help intellectual book type. It's Rod Jodkin's The Art of Creative Thinking. So considering I am a marketer and I am into creative field industry, I've always been wanting to explore and read books that are from industry leaders in the creative space. So essentially this was a book that was again a gift. If you can see, it's already got like browned edges because it's a pretty old book that my mom gifted me. I think, see, she gifted it to me in 2016. That was like when I was graduating from school. Don't do the math. She got this because I got into my media studies right after school. I think, yeah, this was right around that time, and I got admission into media school and I was pursuing what I really wanted to do. So this was a gift from her then, but I have been meaning to read it back then, but I think reading it now would be a lot different from perspective, because I would be able to relate, understand, and kind of put thoughts together from all the work experience that I've been getting. So this is a book that I'm genuinely looking forward to read in 2022. I've been meaning to read it when I'm on a break, and now that I am on a break, I would love to go back and read this. So this might possibly be the second book right after. Maybe you should talk to someone. So that's that. Okay. Ooh, the next book is a favorite. Okay, this book I'm actually going to be rereading the first book. I have the entire collection and I'm super excited to reread the first book because I've been meaning to do it in a long time. It is this. It is Kalki's Ponniyin Selvan, but it's translated in English by C.V. Karthik Narayan. So I got this book back when I was in 10th standard when this came out, and I got the entire series. My dad gifted it to me, and I think it's dated somewhere. I by the way, so I have this weird habit. Tell me if you guys have this habit as well. So whenever I get a book, like a new book, if I get it for myself, I don't put it. But if like someone gifts it to me, or someone, like I get it from someone, I generally kind of have them write a note for me and sign it. Oh, okay. So this one was not from my dad. I think the rest of the books were from my dad. This is from my granddad in 2012, guys. Yes, that's when I got this. So in 2012, I read the first book entirely, but I've never had the chance to sit down and read the rest of the books, which are still in my library. And then when, like this year, I've been listening to audiobooks in Tamil from Storytel on Ponniyin Selvan, because I really wanted to read the classic, and considering Mani Sir's film is coming out, it's obviously the perfect time to do it. But then I also wanted to read the book. Now here's the thing, I can read Tamil, but I am not extremely quick in reading it. I take time to read and process the language. So when I asked Dad if I should read it in Tamil, he told me that you can, but I think for you to get the whole idea of the story first, you should read the English, so you kind of get it into your head. And then when you read the Tamil, it's easy for you to learn the language also. Yes, I am Tamil by birth. I can read Tamil, but it just takes a lot of time to read literature. So I'm planning to kind of get there someday. So I'm going to be rereading the first book again this year, in the hopes that I can get to read the rest of them as well. So this is my first agenda and my first to do. This is a reread, but anyway, I've been wanting to do this. Okay, the next book I'm really excited about. Okay, this is Indra Nooyi My Life in Full, Work, Family and Future. So I am someone who really looks up to this woman because of all the great work she's done. And as soon as this book released, I badly wanted to read it. And again, drum roll credits, my grandfather, Mr. Nagarajan, aka Ambitata, who I fondly call of, decided to gift this book to me on my birthday this year. So it was 2 birthday gifts. I must say, most of my books, they either come from my granddad or my parents, because they obviously know how much I love to read. But right now they stopped gifting me books because there's too much to read and I don't practically. But I'm gonna get back. So this is a book where, it's Indra Nooyi's life, where she does cover her work, family and the entire future. And I've been meaning to read it. Oh, the next book is fun. Okay, so a little pretext to this book, okay. So this book I got when I was in college, when I was working on my thesis on the film Haider. So in college we had to do a film thesis, like a film interpretation thesis, for a submission of ours for our final paper. And I was doing on the film Haider, which is a remake or an adaptation of the book Hamlet, of the play Hamlet. That's when I got the book, and I did read the chapter only specifically to Haider, but I didn't mean to get a chance to read the entire book. So hence the context or the pre-context for the book is this, but now here's the book. It is Masala Shakespeare, How a Firangi Writer Becomes Indian, by Jonathan Gill Harris. So this book is entirely, interpreting Shakespeare-based adaptations in Indian cinema through a American's eye. So that's essentially what the book is all about, from an overall perspective. So I think this would be interesting for me, because now I have the time to actually go back and watch those films and learn from them as well. So this is a must read this year that I've considered to add into my to-do. To be R. Why do I keep saying to do, guys? I need a break. Okay, the last book, we've come to the end of the video by the last book. The last book is the obvious, something that I've really wanted to read. Highly recommended. A Brief History of Humankind, Sapiens, by Yuval Noah Harari. This book actually is something I've been really wanting to read. I don't know for how long. My friend actually has the illustrated cartoonized version, which I've been meaning to read, but before that I wanted to read this. So I got this from the book Nest, the one I was talking about in the beginning of the video. So she gave it to me with this cute bookmark. I haven't read that far, it's just the bookmark that she's given me and this cute little note. So I've been meaning to read this as well, so I'm probably gonna read this as well this year. So with that, I've actually kind of come to the book haul slash TBR list that I've been planning to do in 2022, and I do want to say that I'm genuinely looking forward to reading this year, and maybe once I'm done I'll probably create a book spread or a book journal spread where I can keep track of all my reading, and maybe I'll do a nice episode where I talk about the thoughts I had on the books and what I felt and what I liked and what I didn't like as well. But before we come to the end of the video, I do want to say that reading is a beautiful habit. It's something that most of us need to get back to, start, or maybe give it a try, because I personally think that reading helps me really calm down as a person, and I can't be thankful to the fact that I've got my lockdown time to explore reading as such. So I think it's important that I get back there, I get back to that old self. It helps me think better, it helps me imagine better, and I think it helps my creativity a lot more better. No offense to any of the other forms as well, it's just that personally I think I have to get back. And secondly, I really hope you guys have a good time reading, and I hope that this list possibly inspires you to pick up a book and read. Also, if you guys have read any of these books, do let me know. No spoilers, just do let me know your thoughts on them. Or and also if you have any book suggestions that you would want to give me, please feel free to flood the comments, because trust me, you're not just helping me, but you're also going to be helping others by, you know, suggesting books, and that's how we grow. So do check it out, do let me know, do check out this list if you guys would need it. I'll leave all the links to these books in the comments below, so in case you want to pick it up, you can. And okay guys, with that we've come to the end of the video. I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, happy reading. Take care, stay safe. I will see you guys very soon in another video. Until then, this is Praveshika Kumar saying tata bye bye.